large hospital system in Broward County, Florida, on the anesthesia team. Last night, the house nurse manager came to my department and told us that we must prepare for a COVID crisis that's going to start next week. And the hospital will be taking part of our recovery unit, anesthesia recovery unit, to house COVID patients. And that we cannot allow surgical patients' families to come visit them, which we do pre and post surgery, pre and post anesthesia. And I looked at her and I said, how do you know you're going to need our rooms, our bays? And how do you know there's going to be a crisis next week? She tilted down her glasses, she looked at me, and she said, you know what's going on by now. And I said, yeah, I do. And everyone else just went, oh, here we go again, and shrugged their shoulders. Does anyone else find this really strange besides me? It's about time that this whole corrupted, stinking system is brought down. Seriously. Because I'm really hating my job right now. I can't stand this corruption anymore. Please.
Good Saturday morning. God, that volunteer corn right there looks ugly. The rest of the field looks beautiful. But anyway, we're going to go, waiting for the dew to get off a little so I don't get soaked. We're going to go look at some more corn and beans today. It seems we haven't looked at any in 10 days, 2 weeks, whatever it's been. See how we're maturing. So obviously you saw the little short video at the beginning of this. So I will give you an explanation behind that. So that was on Instagram 3-4 days ago, whatever it was. And I was like, yep, Instagram's going to delete this because, Instagram, ScrewTube, ButtBook, all of them. They only allow what goes with the narrative. God forbid we listen to an actual nurse like that woman at a hospital. And we're seeing it here, all the local hospitals around, in Syracuse, the next county over, 30 miles, whatever it is, 25 miles. They're playing the face diaper game. Our hospital here in this county in Auburn, 20 miles or so south of me, they're playing the face diaper game. Doctors' offices are starting to play the face diaper game. A buddy of mine was at the doctor the other day, said he walked in, they said, grab a mask. He says, nope, if we're playing this game, I'm turning around and walking right out, and I'll find another doctor. Lo and behold, they let him stay without the face diaper, and he had his doctor's appointment. Yesterday, another buddy of mine, him and his wife, were at the doctor's, same thing, and when they didn't have theirs on, he said other people in the waiting room started taking theirs off. He said the doctors never had theirs on. But we just gotta, the old Beer 19 2.0 is coming. Wonder why. Oh, that's right. We're going into another election year. Yeah, just like the Georgia case for Trump. They've set a trial date of, it's dump day. Everybody goes down this road to go to the dump. For March 4th. Isn't that interesting? It's the day before Super Tuesday. Yep. So we're going to play this game again, folks. Well, at least some people are going to play this game because I'm not going to play the bullshit game. And I hope more and more people start, like my two buddies that contacted me. I hope more people start standing up and saying, bullshit, we're not playing this game. But they're going to want to try and find as many sheep as they can find. So it's just... I've got into tons of arguments with people on Instagram and whatnot about trying to not get all the road noise in here. But it gets darker as I walk in with, time to stop being sheeple and stuff. And Barb and I went to the great New York State Fair what was it? Today's Saturday. We went Thursday. You already see people wearing the face diapers. Yep. N95s. Middle of the day. You know, we're warming up right now. Today, like I said, today's Saturday, September 2nd. It's supposed to be in the low 80s today, mid 80s tomorrow. Labor Day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we could hit 90, be in the low 90s. Then 80s right through the rest of the week. I've been battling a little bit of a sinus infection here. Some days I feel pretty decent, some days I feel like shit. But not going to the doctor because they just say, oh, here's some antibiotics. They don't ever test you, see if it's bacterial or viral, so how do they know the antibiotics are going to work? But that's what the doctors, probably 40 and under, are just programmed for. Big Pharma will fix everything. You know, it's just, but the face diaper thing. Did you see that the NIH, the National Institute of Health there, put out a report recently that the N95s, actually, if you wear them for long periods of time, are very detrimental because of the toxins that you inhale? Yeah, they buried that report, and of course, it's there, so it's not misinformation. So fuck you, ScrewTube. But they bury it, and the lamestream media is not going to tell you any of those things. So I don't know, folks. There's too many people, and I've got friends that are like this, that they don't know what's going on because they don't want to. They just want to close their eyes and wait for everything to get better. You know, don't realize that we have one political party trying to put another political party in jail. Yeah, that's, you know, and then say we need to get back to democracy. No, we need to get back to being a constitutional republic, which is why when you say the Pledge of Allegiance, it doesn't say anything in there, you know, the word democracy is not in there. Yeah, but go ahead and say it. To the republic for which it stands. Yeah. One nation under God. Yeah, they're trying to do away with God too. But it's just, people need to wake up as to what exactly is happening in front of their face. And I don't get it. Our local rag paper, The Citizen, all the letters to the editor, which I think they put in what they want to put in, so they silence the conservative letters. But there's just not enough conservative people that are writing the letters anyhow, because everybody, you know, this whole silent majority bullshit. More people need to start waking up, speaking up. It's just, if you can't see, like I said, what's going on in front of your face. Look at all the bullshit in Maui, you know, that's now coming out. I mean, isn't it amazing how anything blue didn't burn? That's strange. Isn't it amazing how the water got turned off, but the electricity didn't? Roads were blocked? Pretty valuable land that, you know, certain conglomerates want to scoop up if they can. Isn't it amazing how, you know, these same places and other places across the country are having these 15-minute smart city conferences and stuff? Can you put two and two together as to what they want to do? I call them concentration camps, folks. But people need to you need to wake up and you need to speak up. This being silent bullshit is just that, bullshit. And stick around to the end, because my one more thing is going to address something similar to this. You know, I never meant to do a one more thing segment, but apparently it's something that people look forward to. So look forward to this one, trust me. So here's a little something I want to show you on Instagram. Let me turn the light on over the bench. Maybe I can set the phone on the bench. Okay, this is the world we live in today, folks. But watch this person. I don't know if you call this singing or what.
Everybody supports women until a woman's doing better than you. Everybody wants you to love yourself until you actually do. It was something about her hair so perfectly fallen. She was nice and smart and funny and got everything she wanted. She's charity. Isn't that the most obnoxious thing you've heard? Her popularity. She's too pretty for her own good. She's probably self-centered. We hate her and she's nothing. If everybody leaves her, then she had it coming. Everybody supports women.
Some sort of everybody supports women until this, that, and the next thing. So, of course, this was on Kate Beckinsale, the actress. I don't know, can you call her actress? Aren't they all actors now? I don't know. It's the equality thing. So then, it's misogyny. Us men hate women, apparently. We all hate women. So I get a notice from Instagram. Where is it? Hang on, folks. Right here. We have received reports that this comment may be harmful for the Instagram community. Do you want to take another look? You can either delete comment or keep comment. Well, I kept comment. Here's my comment. I said, seems a lot of women hate women also, considering they're letting men pretend to be women and win their awards and take over their sports and then somehow applaud that. And of course I had people, women jumping all over me, because I'm a male pig too, apparently. And, I don't support women's sports, even though I don't support the women's soccer with their bullshit activism. But I had to point out to the one that I have a daughter who's a sophomore in college who runs on the cross country and track team for the college she goes to. So don't preach to me about how I don't support women's sports, considering my only child is a female. But I'm just pointing out the fact that there are so many women out there who are championing these swinging dicks, wanting to take everything over for them, which makes no sense. So, but that's the, community guidelines. Are y'all getting it yet? Are you getting it yet? This whole community guideline. Let's not say anything. If something triggers somebody or upsets them, they get to report you, okay? And then you can either be the nice person and delete what you said, or chances are the platform will delete it for you, because we don't want anyone's feelings to be hurt. Well, as Jim and I say, it's time to start saying fuck your feelings and toughen up a little, because tell me I'm wrong that we don't have all these women out there championing these swinging dicks, wanting to take over their sports, go in their bathrooms, their locker rooms, win their awards. We have them winning Miss whatever awards for their countries. And between that and then all the political bullshit and then all the race bullshit, have you not figured out yet that they just want to keep us all divided while they continue their bullshit of slowly taking away everyone's rights, slowly turning us into a socialist country where we will have nothing and like it, as the World Economic Forum leaders say? I mean, it's time to wake the fuck up, people. All right. Now we're going to go look at some corn and beans. All right, these are the beans across from the shop. Planted May 18th. Last video, they were still flowering a little bit. I don't see any flowers now. The very top is still trying to make a few small pods. But I also can feel all the beans inside the pods now, where before I couldn't. They were pretty flat. So quite a few pods on them. There's one that's really potted up, huge, tons of pods. But I can feel the beans real well. So this next 5, 6, 7 days of hot weather is gonna really push them along. All right, now we're gonna go into the corn again. I'm turning you off till I get in there. Screw it, I'll leave you on. Let's go in. I don't know, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. This was planted May 12th. 5, 6, 7, 8. I hate walking through cornfields. 9, 10. Ouch. 11. 12 rows in. Oof. Get out of my face. Get out of my face. Alright, so decent ears. Nothing like what's on the outside, obviously. Okay, they look decent all the way. Pretty far up too. I mean, this ear is about here on my chest. So there goes the profits again, folks. Just like last time. Bear with me, you're gonna get shook around a little because I'm peeling it back. If you remember last time, we weren't dented at all. We were still in soft dough. Hang on. I know. Quit yelling at me. You're getting vertigo like me. Alright, I got it peeled back. There's the tip back from the dry early. Let's see how many around it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 around. Let's count how long it is. We're not going to go to the very top. We're going to go right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, through about 32, 33. Because it's not going to make all the way to the top. So, not a bad ear of corn. As you can see, a lot of them through here that aren't bad ears of corn. I'm thinking it's going to be a theme. I don't really want to pick a bunch. Oh, but you can also see it is now dented. Set that there. Hang on. You're getting close up to leaves and shit again. This one I'm not going to pick. I'm just going to peel it back some. Alright, see? Same thing. From the early dry, tip back. Let's count around. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. That one's 20 around. That one's even better. This is a 98-day corn. But it looks good, and we're finally getting closer to, you know, full maturity. But this week will definitely push it along. But as you can tell, the dry hurt us early on with tip back. So, and I've got some rain totals in the shop that I'll show you. But, so we are farther along than what we were the last time we were out here 10, 12 days ago, whatever. So, not really happy about having ears that are chin high or so. But, alright, let's go look at some other fields. When I say we're starting to get a little dry again, you can see these ears and these plants drying down around the outside of this field already. Alright, here's another 98-day corn over on the other road. This one's 16 around, about 35, 36 long. You can see it's denting. So, I mean, there's good looking ears in here, and then there's ones that are a little smaller, but for the most part, they look pretty good. And yes, here's an example of where the second ear tried to grow halfway decent. Well, the first ear doesn't look like it's near as big as this one that I've got in my hand, because it took the energy to go to that one. And you look at, out of the way, leaf. You look at this one where the second ear really doesn't amount to shit. Well, look at that, the first ear compared to that first ear. That one's girthier, probably about the same length, but it's going to have more kernels on it. So that's why we don't like the second ears, and we don't want the second ears. But alright, I'm tired of eating corn leaves. I'm out of here. So Garrett came and plowed this, rototilled this up here. He's gonna apparently plant a food plot for deer for later in the season. Also noticed he put a camera up over there, so Garrett's probably getting us on camera right now, which is fine. I told him some of this is going to get run over because it's right on the edge of the field when I have to come out and turn around. But Let's look at these beans. Oh, without trying to step on a lot of them. Lots of pods. I can really feel the beans in the pods good now. Even the smaller ones up top are starting to really make a bean that you can feel. So I think we're gonna be good, and I think this week's weather is really gonna push things along. These 80s and 90s. So, because originally we weren't supposed to get any more 80s and 90s, but like I said, it's September 2nd. Will we be harvesting anything October 1st? I don't know. I don't think so yet, but we'll find out. So I'm not going to keep going around looking at more and more fields, but you get the gist. We're definitely farther along now than what we were the last video I did showing you crops. And like I said, the next week here of really hot weather is going to help. Could we use a little splash of rain still? Yeah, but we're not hurting. But I'll explain that because I got some totals when I get back to the shop. Alright, so I'm back to the shop. So the outsides of the cornfields are starting to look dry. Could we use a little more rain like I just said? Yeah, another inch or so would really help finish things off. But Wednesday, this past Wednesday, Barb and I went to Canandaigua to the Bear Research Farm. Our channel dealer had a field day there, and they fed us. Those of you who follow me on Instagram, you saw that, because I said we only go for the food, but I do go for the information. And they were talking about how our growing degree units were behind because of the cool, cloudy days that we've had, because we've been in a cool pattern. And they figured 9 smoke-filled days from Canada. Thank you, Canada. Anyways, like I said, this next week or so is really going to help. But when you see those dry corn stalks and the ears drying up around the outsides, all right, I keep track of rainfall from April 1st through harvest. Now keep in mind, we got around 65 inches of snow last winter. We live in an area that normally gets between 120 and 130 inches of snow. Well, we got half of what we normally get. So that's a lot of moisture that we were lacking. So in April, we had 4.05. Month of May, we only had 1.05. Now June, we ended up with 4.15. But for the first 12, 13 days, we had nothing. So we went about 6 weeks with 1 inch of rain. That explains a lot of the tip back in our corn. Tip back, as I've explained before, means the top of the ear, that inch or two that doesn't have any kernels on it. Anyways, July we had 4.25. August we had 3. So we've had 16.5 inches of rain for the last 5 months. Well, you do the math, that averages over 3 a month. So you think, well, that's not horrible. Well, it's not great neither, but while we were at that field day, there was a couple guys that I'd say they're 40, 50 miles kind of southwest of me that were at the field days. When we were sitting and eating afterwards, that were talking about how they have between 15 and 17 inches of rain just in the months of June and July. So they had too much. So that's just the shit we deal with. We need good, warm, sunny days. We need the right amount of rain. We need this, we're needy. Farmers are needy. We hear that all the time. You fucking guys complain. Well, as I've stated before, when you pick your paycheck up at the end of the week and it didn't matter what the weather was like, you still got paid. Feel fortunate. So I'm just saying, I think our crops are going to be okay. Am I thinking we're going to have record yields here? No. I think we have a chance of having normal to possibly a little above normal. I mean, I don't know how well you can tell, but up on top of the hill in that bean field, on that gravelly hard knob, they're starting to get brown color. Like I said, it's September 2nd. If we could get another 1 to 2 inches in the next 2 weeks, that would be great. Then it could turn off dry. We'd be okay with that for harvest. but that's probably when it'll start raining. All right, sitting in my chair back at the shop. Here's your one more thing, because this video is getting long, and I know people's attention spans are short, and I hate making long videos. But going back to the first part of this video about the little video I put up of the nurse talking about the community guidelines and hurting people's feelings. You know how people get bent out of shape because Trump's a mean tweeter and all that, and how we need to basically say fuck your feelings. Well, this is for some of you, because I've had people direct message me on Instagram. I've had people send me emails, which I get inundated with emails. I mean, it's ridiculous the amount of emails I get. So if you've sent me emails and I haven't responded, well, you're not alone. So, because, I get 30, 40, 50 a day of my county emails for being on the county legislature, and then on my personal phone, I get another 50 emails a day, people wanting me to, push their shit on my channel, and which you see I don't, and whatever. I've said it before, that's capitalism. The ones that want to push the stupid fishing game, because somebody's paying them to push it, whatever. I have an issue with taking money from the establishment, being social media, with their bullshit censorship they do, and then railing against them. So I'd rather rail against them and not take any of their money. I have done a few reviews, you see, but now I'm digressing and rambling. Anyways, for those of you who direct message me and email me and say, well, I'm not watching your live streams anymore because Jimmy yells too much. Okay, well, goodbye. I mean, if you haven't figured it out yet, I don't give a fuck, okay? Gonna keep doing them once a month with Jimmy. If you don't like it, oh well, don't show up. Sorry your feelings are hurt. Then there's those of you who have emailed me and direct messaged me that, well, I like your farming videos, but I don't like you talking about the political stuff. So you need to stop that, or I'm not going to watch anymore. Oh, because if you stop watching, that's going to crush me. It's going to crush my financial situation because I make so much money off of YouTube. Yeah, the only money I make is if you folks go and buy an Are You Getting It Yet hat, t-shirt, sweatshirt, whatever, the Combine shirt, the neat bumper stickers that we got, shit like that. So don't forget to do that. Yep, shameless plug. But if you don't like the fact that this is a farming channel where I'm going to show the farming stuff, and obviously in another month or so there's going to be a lot of it when we harvest, and probably a lot less political stuff. Save it for the live streams or something. But it's also going to be what the fuck I want it to be. If I want to talk about political shit, I'm going to talk about political shit. If you don't like that, you ain't got to be here. I actually looked this morning. Just shy of 23,000 subscribers now. 22,976, I think it was this morning when I looked before I come out to the shop. If after this video comes out, it drops to 2,000, because 20,976 of you left because you don't like me talking about the political stuff, bye-bye. It's not going to hurt me any, because I'm not getting paid to do this. So far, I enjoy doing this. I enjoy interacting with you folks that I interact with. There's a bunch of you that's kind of a core group that I interact with all the time, but I also try and interact with all of you from one point or another. I heard that loud truck coming, so that's why I got away from the door. So show me some of the other YouTube channels, big or small, that respond in the comments as much as I do. I'm not blowing sunshine up my own ass. I'm just stating a fact that, and I don't just respond to the haters. I like responding to the haters because it's fun shutting them down when they just Trump, and they can't, my favorite question is, give me the top 5 things Biden has done in the last 3 years, and they never can answer it. They just go back to, well, Trump did this, whatever. But this is a farming channel. And it's also, if I want to bitch about politics, I'm going to bitch about politics. If you don't like it, then don't fucking be here, because I don't care. Okay, it's that simple. So there's your one more thing. There's the end of the rant. And probably the next video might be looking at some stuff again, but we got to start getting shit out, getting it ready, getting the bins ready, getting augers set up. Not going to go back to doing a video every 4 days probably until we actually get into harvest. And then we'll see just how busy and whatnot we are and if Barb can actually get them out every 4 days. Because don't forget, she's the one that has to edit it. And no, she doesn't spend 2-3 hours editing a video like some, YouTube farmers claim that they do. Well, it takes 3 hours to edit a video. Okay, well, whatever. But my videos are going to be what I want them to be. So, just saying.